Greetings, good people. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so if you weren't aware, today the trial for Tim Norman of Sweetie Pies, who has been accused of putting together a plot to take his nephew out, started today, September 6th. All right, so this Justina Cornell, this woman is a reporter out of St. Louis, and she is providing updates on the trial on her Twitter page. All right, so this post reads: trial is underway for Norman, accused of being the mastermind in a murder for hire plot to kill his nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr. First witness on the stand is Montgomery's mother. And Andre's mom says that Tim called her to bring Andre back to St. Louis to teach him how to be a man. Now, if you've been keeping up with those reporting on this case, you know, there's some text messages that have been released. I'll get into that. Also, Tim's lawyer tried to stop Andre's mom from testifying or from saying certain things. Well, she was the first witness. And I'm going to tell you something. The feds, they got this sewed up. And I think that the feds have done a good job with keeping all of the evidence that they have under wraps. And little by little, certain things are being released as trial has already started, right? So these are some of the text messages that were brought in as evidence. This is, again, according to Justina Cornell, who is a reporter in St. Louis. This is her Twitter page. And the evidence that was presented, this is so disturbing. So this is a text message thread between Tim Norman and his insurance agent, Wael Yagnam. He already pled guilty. He's going to be sentenced, if I'm not mistaken, either in later this month or October. Yeah, so get into these text messages. This is sick, all right? So the blue is Tim, obviously, and the white is Wally or YL. So this text message reads: Wally, I need life insurance policy on my nephew, bro. Wally says, okay, when? Tim says, soon as you can get paperwork together. He's 19, just moved from Texas last week, and got him in EI to Carl. I don't know what that means. Well, I need his mom to sign. She's a piece of bleep. This is what Tim is saying. Wally says, no, he can sign for himself. Tim says, okay. Wally says, when can you come to the office? Tim wants to know, how long does the process take? Now, this is allegedly, this was submitted into evidence today. Of course, this is a federal case, so the public is not going to be, there's no cameras or anything like that. So we have to rely on reporters and press who either have direct access to this information or are actually in the courthouse, right? So Wael says he can just sign and I'll take his info. Call me right quick. Tim says 3 minutes. The next slide reads, I don't want to be recorded on that call. Bleep has changed. Wally says, oh, okay. Tim goes, he ain't going to be around much longer. Wally says, what if I can get him to do his part and then you can just do the payer part of the interview? Tim types, bro, I got to talk to you in person. Wally types, okay, I'll drop it. Wally, what's up, bro? You got 5 minutes to talk right quick? What's up? You in town? In Cali, bro. Tim types, oh, I thought you were here. Okay. Now, this is over the course of several, months. The text message thread continues. Tim types, gonna try to get to you today. Headed to a photo shoot. You gonna be in county most of the day? Wally, what time? Tim, where you at, bro? Wally, north side. Tim goes, damn, LOL. The one time I'm in the county, you in the city. I got him with me. What info do you need so when we link, we can just sign papers, then be done? Don't want to talk about it in front of him. Wally types, okay, well, just answer the phone. Tim types, he's with me. My goodness. This is so disturbing and so scary at the same time. Like, wow. I just, what else, what other evidence, like, the feds got this sewed up. There's just too much evidence that's coming out, that's being leaked. for him not to be pinned to the wall. You know, he wanted to go to trial, Tim, that is. He did not want to plead guilty. His co-conspirators, they all pled guilty. All of them. All of them have named him as the orchestrator of this plot. So I don't know how this is going to go. I'm really hoping that this is a speedy trial. Obviously, jurors have been selected. They did all of that today. And Andre's poor mother was the first witness, and this is just all bad. I want this to be over and done with quickly for the sake of this woman. You know, she's had to hold on to all of this information for all these years. Okay, Andre's life was taken in 2016. I first reported when Tim was arrested back in August of 2020, and here we are now, September 2022, and trial is just starting. Okay, it was also being reported that Andre sent text messages to Miss Robbie, letting her know that he is afraid that Tim is after him, you know, and people have been telling him to watch his back, and they were trying to get him back to St. Louis to take a lie detector test. I don't know. I'm hearing multiple stories about whether he took the test, it was inconclusive, he passed it. There's a lot of stories going around about that, but there is text thread evidence that Andre let his grandmother know, Miss Robbie, that he was afraid of Tim. Andre's mother, allegedly, she was told by her son that if anything happens to him, look into Tim. You know, and again, you know, Tim's lawyers, they're trying to get certain things thrown out. They were trying to prevent Andre's mother from even testifying, but apparently that didn't work. So Tim's lawyers are doing what they're being paid to do, which is defend their client. But with all this evidence, and we haven't even seen all of the evidence yet, though, all right? All of this evidence, cell phone records, you know, location, the feds had him pinged in certain locations. It's just too much evidence for him not to be found guilty. And this is just a lot. This is just really a lot. I remember when I first reported on this, I was a nervous wreck. I was mispronouncing names. I couldn't believe it. My heart was in my stomach when I read the Page 6 article back in August of 2020, that he was arrested and why he was arrested. It just had me shook up. I couldn't believe it. And here we are 2 years later, and the trial has started. So there's a lot of people you know, on the premises trying to get information, you know, live and reported as they receive it. There's a lot of people who are covering the case in depth, doing a phenomenal job right here on YouTube. So I think everybody should have access to more than enough information and legal documents and evidence as it becomes available for us to kind of be kept in the know. I don't really see like main media outlets covering this. Fox 2, I think it is, St. Louis, they have a YouTube channel. I actually saw a pop-up of them talking about this today because trial started today. So it's just a lot. It's just, I want this to be over so that Andre's mother can have as much peace as possible. Nothing is obviously going to bring her son back and unbreak her heart. And it's just kind of frightening and scary and sad that she has to sit on a stand, you know what I'm saying? And like really talk about this. This is so terrible. So I just wanted to bring you guys that information. Again, this is the reporter by the name of Justina Coronel. She is a reporter out of St. Louis, and she is providing up-to-date information as it becomes available on the Tim Norman trial. So I'm hoping by the end of the week, this will all be wrapped up and a verdict will be reached. Okay, I know that may be too soon, but honestly, this has dragged on long enough. And shout out to all of the people working on this case, because I know that this is sensitive information and Lord knows how this affected their mental health. Yes, it is their job, but you never know how certain things can hit close to home. And they've done a phenomenal job with keeping a lot of this evidence under wraps, which is great. So hopefully all of this will work out for justice for Andre. All right, I'm signing off. I love you for watching. As always, until next time, folks. Peace.